We're gonna go live. We're gonna hit. We're going live. All right, we're live right now. Welcome in to second edition of Roster Talk Live Drafts. Today, I have a very special guest, a absolute beauty, my dear friend, Mr. Bradley Budman. He's joining me. He's never drafted a best ball lineup before. Is that correct or is that incorrect?
That is correct. Strictly a fantasy guy here, so never done this live season-long thing. So excited to get started. Excited to see the strategy Mr. Tyler has here.
Alrighty. We're gonna go and we're gonna draft. We're on DraftKings. We're drafting one of the $1.5 million play action tournaments here. Hopefully we can get in ASAP. But so there's definitely a different strategy that comes in with these season-long tournaments as like the best ball tournaments. It's different than what you're used to with your typical like daily fan or not daily fantasy, your redraft leagues. These are set and basically just like draft and forget about it until you inevitably win, and we're splitting, the jackpot here.
Yeah. So I'm hearing that you have to draft basically sets of players on the same team.
So that's a strategy that I like to roll out. A lot of people do that as well. Like you want to draft people that have correlation. So you want to have a lot of guys that either stack up, whether it's schedule wise or whether it's team wise. So if you're drafting a team like this, that's I believe with these ones, I want to say it's 20 rounds. I could be incorrect in that. It could be 18, could be 22. But regardless, like you want to, like for me personally, I like to draft people that have a lot of correlation. So I want to draft, if I'm drafting, Justin Jefferson, I want to try to late scoop people that are correlated around Justin Jefferson. So maybe JJ McCarthy as his quarterback, because Justin Jefferson, if he pops off, that means his quarterback, McCarthy, is most likely going to pop off at some point. With best ball, like it plays your highest scoring players per week. You don't have to set your lineup. It automatically subs in your highest scoring performers every week. So having good correlation does help in these lineups a lot. Same thing with inverse matchups. So if you're drafting if you're drafting Vikings a lot, or if you're drafting, Bills players a lot, or, Chiefs players a lot, maybe you want to draft a lot of, in division opponents, because you're going to have those multiple week, rivalries where they're playing against each other.
Yeah.
And you have a higher chance of, like, if, Josh Allen's thrown for 350 yards and 4 touchdowns, that means the Patriots are also going to have the ball a lot. And that means that Drake May could pop off for 350 yards and 4 touchdowns. So I try to draft for correlation here in these lineups, especially with these like PPR. It is still PPR in these lineups. I know with Underdog, they're half-point PPR. I still like to do these PPR, like these points per reception leagues, where you're still getting the full value on. Oh, I never clicked enter. Fuck me. Sorry about that. We just sat here talking shit for 5 minutes, and I never clicked enter. I thought I did. Okay. So now
strategy here. What, like, are we taking first 2 or 3 quarterbacks or what?
No, so it really depends where we fall here, but it really so we're 8 out of 12 entrants right here. This is where the current like standings are as far as ADP, like average draft position. So we have Chase, Barkley, Jefferson, Robinson, Gibbs, Lamb, Nakua, McCaffrey, Genty, St. Brown, Neighbors, and Henry. And these are 12-person lobbies. So that's your first 12 that are typically being taken off the board here. That's like by your ADP. All right, so we're in a draft now. We are the 10 pick.
All right, that's not bad. That's not bad.
Not bad at all. So we're probably sitting somewhere around this McCaffrey and Nico Collins range here. So 8 to 13 is where I like to look. I like to kind of give it like 2-3 picks before, 2-3 picks after, as far as ADP, where people are going to fall. You just really don't know. So we'll wait to see. But like, as far as a 12-man league PPR goes, who are you really, really eyeing in a 12-man PPR format?
For me, in this little range here, it's got to be Malik Neighbors. Just with I know the quarterback's a little bit different, but I think they're still going to be down in game script this year, so they're going to be throwing a lot. Christian McCaffrey, Genty, they're kind of, we don't know what we're going to get from them this year. Christian McCaffrey coming off injury, Genty, new guy in the league, could be good, could be not. You just don't really know at this point. So I think Neighbors is the safest bet. Same thing with St. Brown. You're going to get a new offensive coordinator, so we don't really know how that offense is going to look. But and I think Neighbors is safest pick here, but we'll see if he drops.
I like that a lot. That's a very good breakdown. I'm kind of with you in the same spot. I was eyeing Neighbors in that spot as well. I agree with you. Like, Genty is, I feel like rookie running backs, like they've had these weird stretches where they've either been unbelievable or really duds. Like, you think of when Bijan Robinson came into the league, he was like a top 5 pick in almost every, like maybe not top 5, but he was a first round pick in so many of these drafts, and he never panned out to even be close to that.
And it's because Arthur Smith is horrid. horrid.
You're right.
It's Tyler Algier, that madness. It's the same thing with Jonnu Smith and your boy. What's his name?
Kyle Pitts. Come on.
Kyle Pitts, yes.
Come on, only once.
It's awful. It's a suicide mission.
No, I agree. I mean, Arthur Smith, it made so much sense that Arthur Smith would draft a running back in the first round, like top 10, and then just not use him at all.
For whatever reason.
It was the most fucking insane thing ever. But wow, this draft is shaking out a little bit weirder already. So we're at pick 6. Bijan is still there. Gibbs, Lamb, and McCaffrey. We are up in a couple picks here. I do like the Neighbors pull, though. So if we're going to pull Neighbors there at 10, we look at pick 15 now. Do we go with a 0 RB strat here and go with another wide receiver and try to take McConkey? Or are we trying to draft? So I'm a little avoidant of Bowers right now. I think he's going way too high, even in PPR.
Yeah.
But we're on the clock here at pick 10. Ashton Genty's available. Amon-Ra St. Brown is available. Do we just pull the trigger on Neighbors?
Love it.
All right, so let's pull the trigger. We're going to draft Malik Neighbors.
So who's gone already?
So if we look at
I think a guy like even Drake London, they already.
anyone that doesn't have the draft name next to them is gone. So we are up in 2 picks here. Nico Collins was last up.
Even like a guy like Drake London, like it's so you don't really know what you're gonna get. I would take a guy like Brian Thomas Jr. I think
I
he's
also don't hate
I think he's
BTJ
stepping
here.
down because of Travis Hunter, but who knows what Travis Hunter is going to do when he's
No,
on.
I agree with you there. I mean, I don't know if Travis Hunter's really going to be all that good of a player. Like the reason he was so good with Colorado was they forced a lot of the throws to him at the end of the season, and Brian Thomas goes. So we have a choice of taking the value of Ashton Genty 6 picks after his typical ADP. So his typical ADP here is 10. Or we can go with McConkey.
Got to make a decision. Got to make a decision. Got to make a decision.
Let's take the value. Let's take Genty.
All right. There we go.
As much as I don't love Genty this year, I think the Raider system, like they needed a running back desperately, and they will use him a lot. I mean, if you look at the running backs they had last year and look at the production they got from them, it was fucking negative performance. Mm-hmm. So I think they have to implement him quickly. And I think with Pete Carroll there, like he's a heavy running back guy. He has been for a while, except for when it mattered most in the Super Bowl against the Patriots. He decided to not use arguably the best running back in the league from, what was it, 3rd and 1 from the goal line. So,
I remember being in Boston for that moment, and it was just the worst.
I broke my toenail, my big toenail, completely off my foot in celebration of that. I jumped up so quickly, I landed straight on my big toe, snapped it clean off, ran outside. There was 3.5 feet of snow on the ground. I was celebrating and bleeding all over the snow, blood everywhere. It was a fucking disaster. But you know what? It was so worth it.
So what's our next pick?
All right, next pick here we got this is very laggy for a second here. Hold on. So we 34. Got 34 and pick 39.
All right.
So we're probably looking somewhere around this range, this 30, we'll call it 31 to 39 here.
My picks. If we get to Devontae Adams, I would nut all over this room. It is going to be a problem this year with Sean McVay, Matthew Stafford. It is a slam dunk.
Okay, so we'll look at where is Devontae? I must have just rolled right past him. All right, so we'll throw a star right on Devontae. And then so at the same time, we might want to throw a star on Kyron, because if we get that stack there, I like that a lot, just because one of those two guys has to score their points in order for them to win games, right?
So my thing about the Kyron thing too is if you're not getting Kyron, and he's in a contract thing right now, I think it'll work out in the end. But if it's not Sean McVay's guy, it's a committee. So you can't be trusting anyone else on the roster is my big thing there. So if we're doing this strategy where we get the star running back and then we draft all of his compadres after, it might not work out in our little fantasy game here. But That's my opinion, and that's my knowledge of Sean McVay, the god.
Hey, that's fair. That's good knowledge being a Rams guy, and having that insight. It's not looking good that we get both of them, but I do like the Devontae Adams shout here, especially in the PPR. All right, so Kyron goes there.
Way ahead.
Okay. So Josh Allen goes one more pick, and we can get Devontae. We can snag Devontae.
Let's not.
Cool.
Jaden Daniels is available.
Daniels is available, but we might be able to grab him right here at 39. We don't really have.
I like our options right here. I think there's a lot. So, I mean, I don't know your take on Tyreek Hill this year, but I think
Tyreek Hill,
Adams or Evans is a good bet.
A year. We're going to go with Devontae.
I am so high on him this year.
I mean, especially in a PPR league, like, I love that. Like, they lose that Cooper Kupp, who is like their sure hand, like, slot guy, and you add a guy like Devontae Adams who can both stretch the field and run those same routes. Like, I think that Devontae is going to be a huge PPR guy this year. I'm very high on him. I like that pick a lot. Now at pick 39 here. Ooh. If Jaden falls, we could grab a quarterback and have a little bit of NFC East correlation there. If not, I think
we're good to wait on a quarterback if he goes till like the 7th, 8th, 9th round. Like, it's not.
Yeah, no, I agree. So Daniels is available.
Are we up?
Oh, we're up right now. So it's either Daniels or, in my eyes, like, I don't hate taking Devontae Smith here.
Ooh. You're Devontae Smith over Tyreek?
Tyreek is gone.
Tyreek's gone.
Let's. Oh, did we just get an auto pick?
Oh,
yeah, we did. Shit.
These
30 seconds are fucking crazy. Sorry. All right, we got Mike Evans. All right. I'm still trying to get used to this whole, like, bouncing back and forth between the stream channel, like the stream tab and the draft tab. So I'm still getting used to this. This is only my second time fucking doing this. So, but so we did get Mike Evans. So we'll round this out. Don't worry, we'll round this out. This is a good core of players here. Jesse Neighbors, Adams, and Evans, and we got Evans at a premium there. So a couple of picks after ADP, which is.
I think if you're doing these drafts, like, this probably goes with the redraft leagues as well. If you're not getting Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, or Jaden Daniels, and maybe even throwing Hurts in there, you're waiting until round 7 or 8 to get a quarterback.
Oh, absolutely. I'm on your side, and I would even wait later than that on quarterbacks, because, like, you can take value guys, or you can take high potential guys much earlier than you would a quarterback too, because there's some quarterback, like, there were multiple times where guys like Jared Goff last season put up 35 points, and he was sitting around 180, 150, 80, like between like 150 and 180 ADP, somewhere like that last year. So you can get guys so late in these drafts. Like if we just look at if we just filter this on quarterbacks, like Mahomes, ADP 72, Mayfield 81, Bo Nix 92, Kyler, like Fields, Goff, Williams, like all these guys, Herbert 117, Drake May 118, McCarthy, Jordan Love, CJ Stroud right now at a 126, like Penix, like all these guys. This is a guy we're probably going to go for too, Stafford. That we have the Devontae Adams. Like I'd love to
The
see
stack.
that.
Oh, even a Baker Mayfield.
Baker, I feel like Baker goes way too early in these drafts. Like, yeah, he's been good fantasy wise, but I feel like we would have to pick Baker with our next pick in order to, or in not next pick, but pick after in order to really have a chance at getting him. Like that just feels fucking early for me. Like,
yeah, I mean,
getting a quarterback right now, it feels like if you draft a quarterback here in this spot, it feels like you're reaching. But if you wait and you draft, like you don't have to draft 2 quarterbacks, you can draft 3 quarterbacks, and you're gonna get the same type of production. Like you might not get the same Josh Allen, Lamar Jackson, Jaden Daniels, like 40-point production, but you're still going to get those flares where guys will go for 25 plus on given weeks, especially given the talent that's in the league right now. So I'm typically waiting on quarterbacks here. Like if I don't get a Josh Allen to fall or a Lamar Jackson to fall, I'm typically waiting at this point and drafting a lot later.
So what would you load up on then?
I like to load up on receivers.
We missed another pick.
In a PPR, I like to load up on receivers. So this is our current composition right now. We have 3 receivers.
We missed another pick.
What?
We missed another pick. Zay Flowers.
Oh, motherfucker. Dude, I got to stop.
What are we doing here? Jesus.
I got to stop talking.
You need a running back.
I got to stop talking. No, I still like drafting a receiver. But fuck it. We're going to go Montgomery. This might be the worst team I've ever drafted because I just keep fucking talking. And I'm not paying attention.
Not Montgomery. We don't know how this new offensive coordinator is going to treat Montgomery. He could be like a on him. So just use Gibbs.
If you're drafting running back, would you rather have Swift or Montgomery?
Swift. I think. I mean, what's the other option in Chicago?
Okay. Let's do it. Let's pull up. We're going to take DeAndre Swift.
Unless you like Aaron Jones. My argument was Aaron Jones, but I don't even like that.
No.
He's old.
I don't like Aaron Jones this year. I think this is I'm very high on the Bears offense this year. I have a lot of faith that Ben Johnson's going to bring in a lot of similarities and a lot of like that same mentality that he had in Detroit, where it was that dual running back. Mm-hmm. And it's going to be Roschon Johnson and it's going to be DeAndre Swift. And I feel like the two of them are going to combine for a lot of red zone touches. I feel like DeAndre Swift is in his eyes, He's there, Jahmyr Gibbs.
And let's not forget, Ben Johnson did already have Swift at one point.
He did.
So was that in his era?
It was. It was, and he did say to get rid of him, but that's okay. We're not gonna look at the past. We're gonna look at the present and the future. So our current roster composition is Genty, Swift, Neighbors, Adams, Evans, and Flowers. We got to start finding some correlation here. We have done a bad job. No, not we. I have done a bad job of that. I've done a very bad job of that.
Well, when are we taking a tight end also? When do you like to take
we
a tight
are
end?
on the clock now.
Ooh, I like that Bo Nix pick.
I don't like Bo Nix. I think we grab Baker.
I love it. Gunslinger.
I think we grab Baker, pair him with Mike Evans, get at least the first inkling of correlation that we have in this fucking lineup, because this is a little bit of a hot mess of a lineup right now, and I fully hand up, touch the ceiling. This is my fault. I've been fucking on Mars, just chatting my ass off for this whole thing. I also like this pick here. I
feel like that's too high for that pick? For a third wide receiver at best?
At 87, I don't, because I feel like the reason they drafted him so early was because they understand that Chris Godwin is not at what he should be.
They just paid him.
If you'd rather go running back or tight end here, I'm fine with that. But I do like an Ibuka pick here.
Did they not just pay him a shit ton of money to stay?
They gave him a 3-year contract, yeah, but it doesn't give me a lot of faith that you draft a receiver that early.
Well, I think it's because Evans is out the door. He's almost done. He could retire at any point.
Should we just say fuck it and take Mahomes 15 picks after ADP?
Sure.
All right, we're gonna sure up quarterback. We're gonna be done with quarterback. That probably wasn't the pick to take there, but fuck. Okay. I rushed into that one. All right. We got him 15 picks. 15 picks later than typical. So that's actually a pretty solid grab. I'm fine with that. We're good at quarterback now. We're good. We're done. We're done with QB.
All right. When are we grabbing a tight end? That's worth it.
So now that we're like sure at QB, we have 2 stud QBs, like 2 really solid QBs. I think we go with a 3 tight end lineup. Typically with these lineups, like a lot of people like to do 2 tight ends. I think we go 3, maybe even 4 tight ends here. We pick at 106 and 111. So if we're looking down this area, guys like Mark Andrews. I don't love Jonnu Smith just because of all the trade rumors around him, and I genuinely don't know where he's going to end up.
Mm-hmm.
Tyler Warren is a fun prospect to look at. Njoku as well.
Yep.
If we just look strictly tight end here, we can go. I'd love to get some correlation.
Dalton Kincaid. But we can do that in a couple picks. Your boy Kyle Pitts is down there.
Yeah, I'd love to get some more correlation here. We really only have Mike Evans, Baker Mayfield. We don't really have much else. Colston Loveland is another guy. I know that Ben Johnson loves his tight ends. I mean, we saw that with like what he turned. Fuck, why am I blanking on his name right now?
Oh,
hello, help. help.
He's out of there anyway. Didn't they just pay him too?
But regardless, the point stands.
He's probably down on that list.
I think we want to look. Tyler Warren went. All right.
I'm in love with Njoku.
Let's go Njoku as well. I feel you on that. We don't have much to back that, but I like that.
Ferguson, we can draft later. Strange. Cade Otton, if you want to pair him with Baker.
Yeah. There's ways we can loop this thing around. We can turn this into something. Perfect. We can fucking turn this into something. So we got pick up 111 next. Do we pull up on Colston Loveland?
And why do you like him that much?
I just really trust Ben Johnson with the way that he plays.
It's not the player, it's the coach, you're saying?
Yeah, it's a lot of his two tight end sets where a lot of those sets have tight ends getting looks.
Gotcha.
I think we're going to do it. Yeah, fuck it. We're going to do it because we already have DeAndre Swift too. We'll bring in a little bit of Chicago love, Chicago correlation. We're going to do that. This is definitely an interesting lineup. We had 2 auto drafts.
Yeah.
100% on me. Again, getting used to the fucking doing this on my laptop rather than my phone and doing it live and talking to people. We got a comment here. You guys suck. $100 teaser will return to glory. And he says, read your comments. That's Jack York. That's a dear friend of ours. And he hired an outside source to help manage his dynasty league. So we're not going to take any advice from a guy like that hires a third party to manage a fantasy football league. But Jack York, thank you. Love you. Thanks for tuning in. You're an absolute beauty.
Oh, can you see the views on this thing?
I can see live comments. I can see views. We have one eyeball.
Hey, is that better than last week or what?
Absolutely. Like the last time that I did this, I was just doing this by myself the whole time.
Perfect.
So this is cool. I don't know if I had a single comment or anything last time. It was pretty dead. That's what you get when you just start out and you're just fucking
grinding.
Just grinding. All right, so we're at pick 130. Current makeup, we got Mayfield, Genty, Swift, Neighbors, Adams, Evans, Njoku, Flowers, Mahomes, Loveland.
I like a guy like Spears.
I was in the same mindset as you.
Patch catching running back.
Yeah.
PPR. Don't really know what that offense is going to look like. They got a whole new rotation there, but
I'm going to throw a star there. I'm going to throw a star. What do you think about Luther Burden? We'll
I
add a
just think
little bit
you
of
have way too much confidence in the Chicago offense. What did Caleb Williams do last year?
Well,
it's a ballsy move. We love and trust in Ben Johnson. That's what we're saying here.
That's exactly what we're saying.
Okay.
All right, we're gonna take Spears. I honestly, it's more so the fact that I want to have some correlation in this lineup. Like I want to have something that lines up here, because if we're looking at Chicago, like somebody's got to score, right?
Oh yeah,
somebody's got to score. It's either Loveland, it's either Swift, or it's got to be one of the receivers. And outside of DJ Moore and I don't know why I can't think of names tonight. Oh my god, my fucking brain is fucking cooked.
God, who is it?
The kid from Washington that they just drafted last year. My brain is fucking cooked. I should never do these again. So I'm leading Burden or I'm leading Rachaad White. We're gonna go with
What about this? What about this third tight end?
We're gonna grab third tight end late. We went Rachaad White. I grabbed Rachaad White. I liked having him with Baker, Mike Evans, adding a little bit more Tampa flair to that lineup.
Love it.
I want to have a little bit more stacking. We're going to have a naked Pat Mahomes, which is fine because Pat Mahomes can easily go for 35 and just spread the ball and pass to 15 different people, and you never know who he's going to score. So like I like that. So
what's the latest on the suspension for Mr. Rice?
Honestly, I do not know. I wish I could tell you.
The NFL is tight-lipped about it.
It feels like they are. It feels like there might not ever be a suspension for it. Like it felt like if there was going to be a suspension, it should have been last year. But obviously, the injury happened, so he didn't get suspended. It feels kind of like this is like boiled over. Like there's really not a lot of talk that have happened about this whole incident. So I'm not too worried about Rashee Rice. Like
if you want to cover Patrick Mahomes, you can go do that with Hollywood Brown. I don't know where you stand with him, but
no, I do like that pick. If he falls to us, we're at 54, 154 and 59 here. If he falls, that would be a pretty deep fall for him, but if we're looking down this way, I would. So we're looking at our roster construction right now. We got Mayfield, Genty, Swift, Neighbors, Adams, Evans, and Njoku, Flowers, Holmes, Loveland, Spears, and White. We're kind of going Tampa Bay here. We got a little bit of Tampa Bay, a little bit of Chicago.
Mm-hmm.
We are on the clock.
I wouldn't hate a guy or a flyer on.
I don't hate a Trey Benson here. Or a Wandale Robinson. Just to back up our
Oh. I feel like
back up.
Oh, we just missed a pick.
No, I grabbed Wandale.
Oh.
Just to back up our neighbors.
These picks, I hope to God it's not
just
Russell
to back
Wilson.
up our neighbors. I mean, it's got to be one of those guys that scores like
Jameis Winston is who we need at quarterback for the New York Giants.
No, we need Jackson Dart.
Mm-hmm.
No, you think like
I'll take the 30 picks and 30 touchdowns in a heartbeat.
Think
the value he brings to the NFL is absurd.
Oh, it's
viewer experience.
It's so fun. It's so
Red
fun.
Zone is awesome with him.
It's so fun. But I don't know. I'm not sold that Jameis Winston is at all
He's
better.
Not good, but he throws the ball.
Jackson Dart is also a just gunslinger.
Ooh, this is a good
all
one.
Right.
Roschon Johnson.
On the clock here.
Roschon Johnson to pair with Swift. I love.
You want him over Trey Benson, who is
what we've been talking about.
All right.
Beach.
All right, let's do it. Let's go, Roschon. We're going to pull up on him. Let's go, Roschon. Now we got some solid running back depth here. We have Spears, White, Johnson to pair with Swift and Genty. So I like that. I like that running back depth.
Yeah, I think we just add with wide receiver now. Wide receiver, maybe another quarterback, another tight end.
I don't even think we need another quarterback. I mean, solo Patrick Mahomes is solo Baker Mayfield. I'm so fine with those two being our two quarterbacks in the way that this draft has fallen. Like, we sniped Mahomes from somebody else. That was like somebody built their lineup around Mahomes. Like, if we go and we look at other people's lineups, like, I'm sure somebody built a lineup around drafting Patrick Mahomes, and they got fucking sniped by us. They got.
He's not that good of a fancy quarterback, though. Patrick Mahomes.
He wasn't last year.
Bad games in the wintertime.
He was not last year. Traditionally, he's pretty damn good. So it wasn't this guy. It wasn't this guy. That's us. That's no. No, Josh.
Holy fucking lineup. Oh my God.
See, a lot of these lineups are filled with people that just have zero correlation whatsoever. Like, they're just drafting people. Like, this guy's got nobody to pair with his entire team. All right. We're on the clock again. We got 20 seconds. Let's go Kate Otten.
Love it.
Love that.
Yep.
I love that too. That was a fucking boom, instant snipe grab. Perfect.
There's no one in front of him. Who's in front? It's all the wide receivers. He's going to be out in the field regardless.
That's 3 tight ends. And we paired that with Baker. We paired that with Mike Evans. We paired that with Rashad White. That's a good fucking pick. Bang. Bangarang Rufio.
Bangarang Rufio is right.
Shout out Joey Da.
You notice? Have a day.
Have a day. All right, so we're at 183 now. I think we would love to grab some more receivers here, right?
What do you think about that Alec Pierce guy?
I think Alec Pierce only stands to gain momentum with Anthony Richardson going down.
Well, I think he's a boomer bust guy.
He is.
If he booms, it's good.
What do you think about Palmer and Douglas?
The only one I would even consider Knoll over those two guys.
Really?
Yeah.
Right.
Just with I don't know. I mean, I'm not a big believer in Drake May, but
yeah, that checks out. I'm a pretty big believer. I like DeMario Douglas a lot. We don't have a lot of correlation with really anybody.
Yeah, unless we go. Geez, yeah. I mean, it's kind of a.
Let's go with the better quarterbacks there, and we're gonna take. What just happened?
Oh, they picked for us.
Wait, what?
Ran out of time. Who do we pick?
Jalen White. I drafted Douglas.
It's good, though. It's good. We need to get these running backs who might have a chance at the end of the year. Might. Injuries. We need injuries.
What
Marshawn Lloyd. Love him.
I drafted. Wait, what the fuck? Jamie, rewind that. Jamie, pull that up. Because I clicked draft on Mario Douglas.
Too late.
All right, so we're done at running back. Done.
All right.
Done.
I agree.
Done. We got Spears, White, Johnson, Wright, and then Swift and Genty.
So you don't really care about ADP right now. So you're just kind of scrolling to see who you would like.
I mean, at this point, that's kind of where I'm at, and I'm scrolling to see who I like, and I'm scrolling to see how can I correlate this lineup to make it so we can have some sort of random flashes. So, like, Mahomes. There's a couple of rookie receivers, Mahomes and the Chiefs drafted, that are just so far off the radar where maybe one day, like, they have a fucking insane connection and the guy catches 2 90-yard touchdown passes, like Jalen Royals out of Utah State. Elijah Badger out of Florida, another guy that got drafted to the Chiefs. These are random guys we can just pair. Like if we just go like here, Elijah Badger, and just to add some random shit. All right, we got 18 seconds.
You got to pick.
I'm going to add another Giant to it. I hate to do that, but
How many quarterbacks do we have?
We got 2 quarterbacks, which I'm fine with because we have Patrick Mahomes as QB2.
And you say we throw in a Dart or a Jameis?
I mean, we could, but how many times throughout the season do you think one of those guys outscores both Baker and Patrick Mahomes?
Baker is going to be our guy. He's the crown jewel that we have. He is the one that we have to protect with all of our arms. But is Jameis going to throw for 5 touchdowns and 400 yards at least once this year? Yes.
Is he even going to make a single start this year? Who knows?
I don't know what their plan is with Dart.
My Jackson Dart should be their starter. Like, I could go hours and hours about how Jackson Dart last year should have been the number 1 quarterback pick, but it doesn't help. Like, Jackson Dart is so much better than Cam Ward. I have been high on Jackson Dart since he started in college. All right, we're on the clock again. We don't need another quarterback. I would. Fuck it. Let's do it. We're going to draft Jackson Dart. We're going to do it.
What about a guy like Taysom Hill?
We have so much New York Giant talent already. We have Slayton, Robinson.
I don't know if that's a good thing, to be honest.
We have Malik Neighbors. No, because you know what? The days where I genuinely believe Jackson Dart is their starting quarterback going into the season. Like, there's no way that they can sit there and start Russell Wilson or Jameis Winston over him.
Some coaches do that, though. They'll start their veterans until it's fuck it mode in the end of the season. And they'll be like, all right, here you go. Do your best.
Yeah. Well, you know what? We're taking that risk then, because Jackson Dart is without a doubt the best quarterback in their room. And we're going to roll with that. We have that New York Giants stack already, and we're going to roll with it. And we're going to go 2 more wide receivers. We got 2 slots left. We're going to 2 more wide receivers. I think we bring in Jalen Royals if we can get him to fall. We
can get him with the last pick.
26.
Yeah.
If we can get him to fall, we'll get him here. And then I do like Elijah Badger. Let me see where we got.
Is he an ASU product?
Actually, yes. So he was from ASU, transferred to Florida, and spent his last 2 years at Florida. Really fucking good receiver. Ran really well at the combine too.
Was he drafted or was he?
Yeah, no, he was drafted 6th or 7th round, like late round draft pick, but he was drafted. Sweet. We're gonna get Royals here, and hopefully we'll put that with some Holmes. And then we'll do the same thing with Badger. I think we just gotta say fuck it and we're gonna bring in some
for the
Casey
best, I
wide receivers.
guess.
It's so unpredictable with what Kansas City does with rookie wide receivers, like you saw with Sky Moore, who everyone like 2 years ago everyone thought was going to be like fucking crazy good. Out of I want to say like something Western Colorado or some weird fucking unknown school, but
Puka Nakua.
God,
draft pick.
Puka Nakua was never bad though. Like
Kyron
he was
Williams.
always.
Where'd Kyron Williams go to college?
Oh shit. Hold on.
Ooh. Notre Dame ruined it for you.
I was gonna say Penn State. Fuck you. I was close. Where did your boy Cooper Kupp go to college?
Eastern Washington. Get the fuck out of this.
All right.
Still have his jersey. I won't ever burn it. I need to get a new jersey for this season, though. I have Johnny Hekker, the old Rams punter, and then I have Cooper Kupp. So I need to make a decision on.
You should get a. Didn't they have a kicker, Matt Gay?
No, he won the Super Bowl with him though. Matt Gay. He's on.
You don't have his jersey though?
No, I have Hecker's. Oh. He's a punter.
I thought you had Matt Gay's jersey too.
No. Well,
all right. Well, let's
review this idiocracy. We just drafted.
This is an interesting team. We got 2 more picks left in this draft. All right, draft's complete. Okay. I'm gonna lobby here. Lineups. No. Okay. Maybe it's a contest. I never know what the fuck it is. On the app, it's like on my phone, it's so much different. Like I can just click 2 times and I can get there.
Is it the lineups on the side? No.
Here it just confuses the fucking shit out of me. What the fuck is going on? Upcoming undrafted. I'm gonna lemon say that might be this one. No. All right. This just doesn't. This looks like fucking rocket science.
Go to lineups.
Content.
No, on the big one up there. Yeah.
All right. We'll try this. As you can tell, I'm such a good streamer. I'm so good at this whole live stream stuff.
Go to upload lineups.
Upload lineups. Nope, that's definitely not it. Contests. Let's go to contests, and we'll go to. coming. Wow, this is really good content here. Glad you guys are fucking watching this shit.
How many people are watching right now, Tyler?
I don't know. I'm looking at one half of the screen. I can't look at the other half of the screen. If I click out of this, I can't see where I'm going with this. I would wager to say that there's probably under 0.5. We'll get some views. We'll get some views eventually. Don't you worry. I would love to be able to figure out how to look at my fucking team that we just drafted. Oh, this is really embarrassing.
It's all right. They can watch it back.
They can watch it back, but unbelievable. Normally, it's just a very easy way to do it. Oh, contests? I think it's contests.
Best ball back there.
Guide me.
Best ball. So it goes contest, lineup, sport, entry fee, best ball. Nope, down.
Okay.
Do the group buy.
Where do you see that?
I mean, see this big entries in the middle of the screen? Put your finger over that and go by group buy.
I don't see what you're looking at. So, and oh, right here.
Yeah.
Best ball.
Yeah. It's the bottom one.
How do we look at the fucking team, though? Come on, man.
Come on, Mike.
Come on. This is crazy. Crazy what? Huh?
So go back. Try to do edit. Is that what you just pressed on?
Let's see. Right. All right. Okay. This definitely is not where we were supposed to be, but now we're here. So the team that we drafted, Bradley, this is a good team. It's definitely not the best team I've ever drafted, but you know what? We correlated it well. We had a little bit on the back end, and we had some mishaps, some miscues, some 100% my bads where I just was not fucking paying attention, and I was looking at one tab when I should have been looking at the other. But so our quarterbacks are Baker Mayfield, Pat Mahomes, and Jackson Dart.
Mm-hmm.
We ended up with Ashton Genty, DeAndre Swift as running backs. On the bench, we had Tajay Spears, Rashad White, Roshan Johnson, Jalen Wright. And that was
could be better. Could be better in that category.
Could be better, but I'm okay with that as far as best ball PPR running backs go. Wide receivers, I really like our wide receivers. We're kind of fucking sick there. Neighbors, Adams, Evans, Zay Flowers, Wandell Robinson, Darius Slayton, Jalen Royals, and Elijah Badger. And those will pair with the quarterbacks that we had, as you can see earlier. Tight ends, we drafted a surplus of them. We got Njoku naked, kind of just out of the blue. Didn't really have anything correlated with that. But you know what? We'll take a naked Njoku because he has proved that as long as Joe Flacco is that starting quarterback, we're fine. He was fucking electric. Colston Loveland, we do have some Chicago Bears correlation with that. And then we did draft Cade Otton as well to bring in that Tampa Bay correlation. So it's not the most conventional team that you're ever going to see. It was our first time doing this together. It was Brad's first time drafting a best ball team. It was also only my second time drafting on a live stream. So we didn't do our best, but
we need to figure out a bigger time slot for the picks.
Yeah.
What we need to do.
Outside of this, like we're geniuses, like you wouldn't know it, but we are going to check out now. That is the end of the stream. But thank you, everyone, for tuning in. I know we only had a couple people tune in, but just tell your friends about it. Make sure you hit that like, subscribe, and leave a comment. Let us know where we fucking missed on this draft, because I'm sure we missed on 100 different picks. But, you know, it was our draft, not your draft. But let us know where we missed, and we will see you next time. Thank you, guys.